What's the fix for California's fiscal and jobs crisis? Earlier, I was joined by California gubernatorial candidate and former eBay CEO Meg Whitman with her new jobs plan. Take a look. Meg Whitman, Republican candidate for California governor. Welcome back to the Kudlow Report.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here, Larry.
All right. So you spoke today in Ontario, California, to the Maglite Corporation about jobs and the Cal economy. Can you just tell us what's new on your front?
Well, in the 18 months that I have been running for governor, the economy in California has only worsened. Unemployment is still at record highs. There's 2.3 million Californians out of work, and it has become the #1 issue for virtually every Californian. So I talked today about how we're going to get Californians back to work.
What were some of your proposals out today?
First is targeted tax cuts to give employers like Mag Instruments the confidence to go ahead and hire, eliminating the factory tax, which penalizes manufacturers in California, eliminating the startup tax so new entrepreneurs can get going, streamlining regulation. Regulation is strangling businesses of all sizes in California, and we've got to streamline regulation so it's easy, not hard to do business. And then finally, we have to stand up and compete for jobs. You know, California has a choice. We can put our head in the sand and continue to lose jobs overseas and to other states, or we can say, you know what, we are not going to lose another job from California, and we're going to be the very best place to start and grow a business. So I'll be the chief sales officer for California businesses.
Meg, are you still planning to eliminate the state capital gains tax, which has always been a jobs killer?
I am. That is one of the key elements of my proposal, because we compete with other states who have no state capital gains tax or rates that are half of Californians. And if we are going to continue to be the innovation hub of America and the world, that's a very important element of my tax plan.
And looking at your website with the latest postings, it says you want to accelerate the depreciation of business investment in plants and equipment. Is that still on your program?
That is still on my program, because we've got to give businesses more cash flow to invest in their business. This is an incredibly difficult time for businesses like Mag Instruments. Sales are down, foreign competition is up, and we've got to give these businesses a fighting chance to be successful, and they want to be successful. Tony Maglica, who is the founder of Mag Instruments, is an inspiration. He wants to hold on to manufacturing in California, and that's why I am running for governor of California. Is we've got to fix the business climate here and fix jobs in the economy, or I promise you, Larry, there is no way out of this financial mess. Because what happens is, as the economy suffers, tax revenues go down, but unlike businesses where at least your variable costs go down, in government your variable costs go up. Unemployment insurance, workman's compensation, health care benefits, welfare, you name it. We're running $237 million a week in unemployment benefits alone in California.
You know, we're also having your opponent on tonight, Attorney General Jerry Brown, former governor. I'm waiting to talk to Mr. Brown, see what he has to say. But from what I gather in reading the media out there, he is accusing you of trying to buy the governorship, and he says you have no experience. Would you care to respond to Attorney General Brown?
Well, I think California's voters are really smart. You can't buy elections. What you can do is get out and tell Californians what you stand for and what your specific plan is to fix the state. As you know, I've got a very specific plan, not only around jobs, but cutting government spending, education, crime. And Jerry Brown has refused to put out the first proposal on how he wants to fix the state. You know, he often says, I don't like 10-point plans. Right now, I'd settle for one great idea on how he's going to fix California, because he has no concrete plans. And I don't think Californians are going to put up with it.
Do you have to have experience to be governor? That's his big. I mean, he's been in politics for a long time. He's held many offices. Wait,
yeah.
He's been governor. He's been Oakland mayor. He's now attorney general. He once ran for president. Okay, so he has a lot of experience. What do you say to this so-called experience deficit?
You know, I would say Jerry Brown is a career politician. This is the 14th election he's run, and that doesn't count primaries and when he ran for the California Democratic Party head. So he is a career politician, and my view is actually what we need is someone who actually knows about running and fixing businesses and how to create the conditions for small businesses to grow and thrive. I have run large organizations. I know what it takes to create a healthy business climate, and I have more experience than Jerry Brown doing that. So it'll be a stark contrast, a career politician versus someone who has met a payroll, gotten a return on investment, knows how to use technology to do more with less. less. I come from Silicon Valley, 130 miles from Sacramento. It might as well be a million miles away based on how the government uses technology to run things efficiently and spend taxpayer money wisely. So I think I have exactly the experience that's required in the worst economic downturn that we've seen in California in half a century.
Just one more lightning fast, Meg. In covering this race, a lot of journalists out there are telling me you can't overcome the registration problem. There's a 2 million voter advantage, Democrats over Republicans, 45% to 31%. That's just the party registration. What do you say to that? Can you overcome those numbers, a 2 million deficit in party affiliation voters?
We absolutely can overcome that registration deficit, because you know what the #1 issue is for Californians? Jobs and the economy. How do we get Californians back to work? And people recognize that I have the skill set and the outlook to get that done. And we're running about in a dead heat with Jerry Brown right now, which I couldn't be more pleased about. And we're going to take that message to every part of California.
All right, we'll leave it there. Meg Whitman running for governor as a Republican in California. Thank you ever so much for coming back on.
Thanks a lot. Nice to see you.